You know, you have those business books that are like really specialized, or they're really boring. Like they seem, oh my god, they're so boring. Whatever you do, we need to make it valuable, but it has to be entertaining. It has to be like, yo, we're talking to a real person here, not a classroom, man, full of old people. Michael E. Gerber wrote this book, and ever since it's been a bestseller, really. It's been a bestseller ever since because it's an amazing book for beginner business owners. And I'm also going to make the points in those books relevant to content creators. Let's jump in. So the first point is to not work in your business, but work on your business. And I'm going to coin it to say not work in your content, but work on your content, yo. A lot of people get into content creation and it's just this, oh, I'm gonna do a video on this, I'm gonna do a video on that, I'm gonna do a video on this. Oh, okay, I see this person do this video on that, I'm gonna do a video on that too. And it's just all over the place. No order, no core thing, no central theme. There's no strategy, only tactics. And this is one of the biggest things that I guess I've employed in my strategy for content creation. It's not to just spontaneously create, right? There has to be an actual plan. And the human mind thinks thousands and thousands of thoughts every single day. So if you came up with a core topic, core theme, your pillars and everything today, but you didn't write it down, your brain is gonna forget about that in 3 days. You're gonna just, okay, that means nothing. And you can't also analyze things from a macroscopic view, like just stepping back and looking down at everything and seeing how, okay, no, like this really needs to be more organized and stuff like that. You can't do that unless you have strategy. You need to have strategy, man. It's so important. For the rest of the video, you're just gonna hear the word strategy. So yeah, so work on your content, not just work in your content. Don't try to just, okay, I'm just gonna try my best to record as many videos, plan as many videos, and shoot as many videos, and edit as many videos, and publish as many videos. That's not the point of content creation. You actually need to be about something that people can rely on and be like, okay, this is what this person is about. And there's also more strategy to what you do. Your strategy will dictate all of the tactics that you need. Listen, we're not short on tactics on social media. What we're short on is strategy. There needs to be some form of overarching principle that's guiding all of your actions, or else 3 months, 5 months, maybe a year in, you're gonna be so tired of everything. You're gonna be so bored of everything because you're just being very reactive. There's no form of proactiveness in all of what you're doing. So you need to be planning all of your strategy that is going to dictate what you do on social media, and do it in depth. We have a video on this that's called Content Strategy. It talks about all the strategies that you need, really, the 7 major strategies that you need. It's linked in the cards right here. Now, the next point in the book, he talks about every business owner, people who are just getting into business. Listen, you're a content creator, you're in business too, all right? You're in business because you're trying to make videos and make money. Once you're making money doing something, you're in business. So good. You control your hours, you're a business owner. Just take it one step at a time. So there are 3 roles when you're just in it. On this starting stage, you don't have any employees, you don't really employ anybody to do anything. It's just you, right? And you're doing everything. There are 3 roles that you're filling. One is the boss, the second is the manager, and the third is a technician. Now the boss, that person is a person dictating the vision, the direction that this company or this content system, again, I'm just gonna stay focused on content. That boss is the person who is saying, yo, this is where we're ending up, this is where we're gonna go, this is the end point, this is where we're heading to, right? The manager is a person who is keeping track of everything. They're making sure that, they're checking analytics. They're saying like, okay, the numbers are looking good. They're reviewing everything. They're looking back at the plans. Are we actually doing what we said we would do? That's what the manager does. And you're doing both of those things in just by yourself. And then the last one is a technician. The technician is the person who is skilled at the job, skilled at the service, right, that the business is fulfilling. So the editing, the scripting, the recording, all of that is the technician. If you don't separate these 3 roles, then you will just favor one and then do that one, and then you will become weak in the remaining 2. You need to look at what each of these roles do, and you need to get strong in each of these roles. You need to plan and map where you want to be? It's a year from now. Where do you want to be a year from now? Look at the day-to-day of what you're doing as a manager of your content system and be like, yo, what are the demands, man? How many hours are we putting into this thing? Is it that every single time something drops we're gonna do a video? Because I'm not doing that for the rest of my life. That routine. Is there any way we can create systems to say, yo, this is the same type of thing that we're gonna do, we're just changing out the idea, and then we're doing the same thing? There are systems for every single person's content system. No matter what you do, there are systems there. You need to be documenting these systems, and you need to make sure that whenever you're hiring someone on, you're gonna realize you need to communicate what they need to do. These systems will be like, hey, this is how we do it, you need to do it just like that. So no matter how, if somebody is really skilled or not really skilled, they can follow the system and they can give you the same results that you've been giving to your audience all this time by yourself. As a technician, yes, you need to learn the skills for content creation. You need to learn editing. You need to learn how to write scripts. You need to learn how to talk on camera. You need to learn how to publish your videos properly. You need to learn how to write captions properly. All of these type of things are done in the 3 different roles, and these are things that you need to master. Now the next one is to develop a content model that works without you. How can you put in significantly less effort in your content creation but still have a ton load of results, have a ton load of content being churned out? Now the first step I would recommend to anybody who is especially a beginner in content creation is to switch to an evergreen model, right? If you're just getting into content creation, switch to an evergreen model. There's too much news already. A news article drop or something new happens, everybody in the content scene is doing a video on it. You as the beginner, you're not helping. You're not gonna do it better than those guys who've been doing it for years. When you're a beginner to content creation, there are things that you need to learn. You need to get your reps in. Mr. Beast famously says it. Probably I'm gonna have to say it in every video. He says to do 100 long form videos, and then you'll understand what you need to understand. You'll get the ropes. So develop a content model that works without you. Yeah, in the beginning you'll have to be there working, right? So you create evergreen content. You create content that no matter what time it is, no matter how long it is in the future, that content will still be relevant. It is important content. Your consumers or your customers, your target audience, this is something that they are looking to learn more about and understand, and you're providing that content for them. Do a ton of those, do 100 of them, and you'll realize that even if you do the new stuff on the side, the evergreen stuff, you're gonna enjoy doing them more, because when you can only do one news related type of video and then post that same time, or post it high anxiety state, rushing to post it and then rest off maybe for the next couple of days until something happens, something controversial, something big happens in your industry. With evergreen content, you can batch film those. You can do 10 one time, and then for the next 10 days or 10 weeks, you don't have to be focusing on content creation or focusing on dropping videos immediately. You can maybe take some rest. You can pace yourself. You can grow. You can go and brush up on the skills that we've been talking about. You can do it from a low anxiety state. You're being proactive. This is something that is going to work for you. You're going to look in yourself and be like, I can do this long term. This is something I can manage, right? And you need to create the job, or can't create a super stressful job. Yes, anything that you do for a long time is going to give you results. So you do it for a long time, you start getting good results, and you're like, oh, no, I'm trapped. I have to do this now for the rest of my life. The fans don't want the other thing anymore. Yeah, probably because you've been spoiling them for the past couple of years, giving them this type of content where you're highly stressed out. It takes a lot of effort on you as a content creator. So yeah, you have to create content in a way where it is without you, or without a lot of effort, because even with this evergreen model, eventually you can swap out the face. It can be somebody else recording these videos, and boom, it is somebody else there, but it's still you own the channel, right? Something as simple as that. But you have to be strategic for you to see stuff like this. If you're not strategic, you won't even see it. You're just focused on the tomorrow. You're just focused on the short-term gain of social media. You just be like, oh, that person did a video on this, I have to do a video on it too. The next one is to focus on content development process. Now the first part of this is innovation. You need to have systems in place that is going to teach you or help you in how exactly do you generate ideas for your content. You need to have your content pillars, and then you have your content multipliers, and then you need to create series around that. We have videos on how to create content forever, and we also have videos on how to create YouTube series. If you create a series, what this does is it creates a framework, and then all you have to do is switch out the idea or switch out the topic, and then you're able to give people a set framework continuously. If people like the framework, they're gonna want to watch more videos that are like that. And this is now a series, a playlist. People can just now binge watch tons of your content one time instead of just wanting to watch one video. It's just like Family Feud. Everybody loves Family Feud. It's the same framework. He brings people on the show. The show looks the exact same leaderboard, the same thing. All they change out are the people and the questions. That's it. So you need to develop systems in your content and create like a show where you're able to just swap out certain parts, but the entire framework is still there. Now, the next part of this is quantification. You need to have a grasp on your analytics. You need to be able to read your analytics and say, hey, is this a bad place that we're in, or is it that we're just early? A lot of content creators, when they're just starting out, maybe for the first year, and they're not seeing, like, you guys should watch a lot more videos of people getting their first YouTube paycheck, or these people showing their journeys on YouTube, and you'll see how much time they put in without getting paid from YouTube or even getting views any at all. And then one day, boom, everything just happens. One video goes viral, people start to like their style. Oh, he's an overnight success. No, this person has been putting in the work for months, maybe for years, and nobody sees it until that one situation happens when it all pops off. So sometimes you're maybe too into analytics that you're thinking, yo, the analytics aren't working. No matter what type of video I do, it's not popping off. No, you need to do the reps. You need to put the reps in. Do 100 long form videos and maybe do 500 to 1,000 short form videos first. If you short form videos, you have to do a lot of short form videos. I drop 2 short form videos every single day, no matter what day it is. All right, so you have to put your reps in. It's called a channel for a reason. We all had cable and you had a channel on TV, but when you go to that channel, there's always something going on. Now look at your stuff. You're probably dropping maybe 1 video per week. Who would love that channel if only on Saturdays at 7 a.m. something comes on for 30 minutes and they're gone again? I'm pretty sure that channel would not get a lot of viewership. You have to look at it like, yo, I have to put in the reps, and I have to show for people to give people an opportunity to catch on and know who you are and love you. And that takes time. You can't just, oh, here I am, love me now. No, that's not how it works. So do your reps. And the last step is omnipresent. You need to standardize your image and standardize all of your systems and frameworks for social media for all the platforms. We do that here. We will have a system where all our videos go out on all platforms. We change up our captions. We do contextual captions. However, you have to have an omnipresent system. You can't rely only on one channel or on one social media. All the platforms now, they all do short form content and they all do long form content. Like TikTok now wants you to do long form content. Twitter wants you to do long form. Everybody wants you to do long form. So why are you only doing YouTube? Why are you only doing TikTok when you could be posting your TikToks on YouTube Shorts and on Reels and on Pinterest if your content is for that type of audience? And boom, you're now able to pop off not only on TikTok but on other platforms where your audience may just find you quicker. So you have to, again, think strategic. Now the next one is creating a franchise model for your content. The way in which I look at content, I don't get bogged down in it. The way in which I do content, I try to do my content unique, and I try to have a system in place for every single phase, whether it is pre-production where I am figuring out the idea, also fleshing out the idea, what exactly am I going to say in the video, my bullet points and my topics. Next step is the batch filming. It's the same setup every single time. There has to be a system to that, a checklist. Make sure that my mic is in order. I did a couple of videos where my mic was not connected and I regret it, but now I know for a fact that you have to have that checklist, that small production checklist. Okay, the mic is connected, the wardrobe is good, I'm cool, the air conditioning is good, and checking off everything. Screen mirroring software on, the flash is on, the exposure is on, every single thing is in order. And then the last step is like post-production and your distribution. I have a hefty bag of systems for post-production. That is probably the part of your system that you're going to delegate first. So I make sure, I've also been in post-production in terms of doing that service for people for almost a decade now. So I'm very skilled in that regard, but I have a lot of systems that are all written out, organized, optimized, and I continue to tweak these systems because once I say, hey, I'm ready for somebody to edit the videos, boom, this is how I edit my videos. Here's a document. Go through a quick little run through. We have a back and forth. I communicate efficiently what exactly I want, the vision, all that, and it's very easy to do. Content creators, especially the ones that I talk with, they struggle hiring out. They struggle communicating how exactly to edit the videos. Wow, you can't do this? Don't you see how I do my video? Yeah, these people aren't mind readers. You need to be able to communicate your vision on paper. So it's a bit of, I talk about this balance between creativity and order, chaos and order. You have to be able to balance the two. So systems is how you balance that. Yes, you be super creative in coming up with things, brainstorming, inspiration, but once you nail it down, now you need to be able to replicate that over and over, and this is where the systems come in place. Create systems for that, every single aspects of it, and your systems can't be long. You can't have too many systems. A business that is being able to be sold is because the business is able to be ran without that business owner being there. You're able to just swap out ownership because the systems are there, everything is in place. So you have to get that done for your content marketing system. I hear they're offering Joe Rogan millions of dollars. Content creation is extremely profitable, but it's a system and you have to treat it seriously like a TV show from day one, I'd say. Now the next one is creating like a strong mission statement. This is your purpose, this is your vision, this is the direction that we talked about that the boss needs to be really solid on. For our company, I want to make sure that we are helping anybody, content creator, business owner, entrepreneur, anybody, to convert their customers into fans. If you're somebody who's just chasing people to try and sell them, yeah, that is not the way. I'm here to try and show you how social media can be done organically, no paid marketing or anything whatsoever. It can be done. It takes a lot of work and it is a long-term effort, but the rewards are so beautiful because you get the chance to have a bond with all the people who are trying to buy from you, all the people who are trying to be a part of your business family. They're your customers. You have to learn these things, and the benefits of that is getting to understand what they really need deep down. The closer you are to your customers is the more you'll understand what they want. The more you understand what they want, you'll be able to create better products and services for them, more value. You'll also be able to have an amazing customer experience when you know what they're like and who they really are. Right now, they're just usernames and profile pictures and comments on your social media, but eventually they may become real people. Video calling them, talking to them, and getting to understand who these people really are. And these people are your fans. They want to support you. They're interested in what it's all about. And this age that we're in is where businesses are gonna become the celebrities. The people just love them. We already have them. People who are just die-hearted all about businesses. Look at Stanley. Look at these people now with the cups. They're just running down these cups right now, going crazy for them. How exactly can you do that? This lady just recorded a video of her car exploded or caught on fire, and the only thing that was remaining was her cup. In the company, instead they ran a ton load of paid marketing stuff, ran a ton load of stuff. Instead, all they did was just reply to the lady, be like, thank you so much, this is blowing up online and we would like to purchase your car. It's all about people. It's all about just dealing with them like they're real people. If you deal with them like they're real people, then they'll deal with you just like you're a real person too. Because you don't want customers just be like, yo, give me back my money, all of this type of thing. This is trash, this is not good, this is not valuable, this is nothing. You need to be able to deal with them like they're people. They're not just dollar bills that you're chasing. So that's the idea here. And this mission that you need to do, okay, I'm creating a content system. I want every single person who is watching this to learn something. Every single video you have to learn something. Every single video there are tons of actions that are there for you to actually act on and move the needle, change. Because if you don't act, you won't change. And stuff like that. Create what you're all about. If you don't know it immediately, start, and then you'll eventually start to realize, okay, this is what I want. You'll start to get solid in what you want, but you have to write that down. You have to have it, and you have to make sure that all of your content embodies what you're saying. All of your content pieces, they have to all be tied back to this core statement, this mission statement that only you are able to identify and say, hey, this is it. Now the last one is implement a strategic objective and tactical plan. Now we spoke about this at length, but for the last bit, and the reason why I phrase it like this, all these topics might sound the same, but if you realize every single time I talk about the topics, I'm saying something slightly different, but they're all an overarching theme of getting strategy in whatever you're doing with content creation. But for this one, it's a lot of people think that they come on social media to sell, to come and make a lot of money. The goal of social media, I say it in tons of videos, I'm gonna say it here again, it's to build trust. It's to build rapport. It's the first step. This is where people just, oh, that's who you are. They get to be introduced to who you are, and then you're able to also build trust with them. You're able to talk to them through content or through messages, through comments, but it's about building a community of people who are all about you. But that is my goal with my social media. I don't know what your goal will be, but I believe that's what it should be. Your goal should be about creating a community of people. What are they doing? Who are they? What are they all about? You know what I mean? And what they should all be about is be about something that you're extremely knowledgeable, passionate, and interested in. If you ooze your passion on camera and you show people that you're very knowledgeable about this thing and you can actually help them with small problems per video, then you're able to build a connection with people, for people to really see you and say, hey, I see what this person is all about. When that person comes out and say, hey, I want to do this, and it aligns with what they want to do, you'll have that partnership where you have tons of people signing up for your newsletter, tons of people purchasing your products and stuff like that. That's the end goal of all of this. The beginning goal of all of this is trust. It's all about community. All right, all of this is to say the E-Myth book is really good. If you've never been anything about business, even if you're a content creator, entrepreneur, you've never done anything in business, read this book. It will change your life. It will be able to show you all of the steps, all of the things that you need to realize. Wow, mentally, I didn't even know all of this is going on. What is business? You don't understand all these type of things, and that everything in business, no matter what type of business it is, even if it is a content creation business, it all has the same sorts of tenets that you have to obey. You have to make sure these pillars are good, and they talk about this in the book. Michael E. Gerber, amazing author, man. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.